Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi ta'ala wabarakatuh. This is the recording for our paper presentation with the paper entitled Da'wah Tatbiqi and the Formation of Community Leadership Values among students at University Science Islam Malaysia. So as the main author, so I'm going to represent all the other authors for this particular presentation, inshallah. My name is Associate Professor Dr. Khairunizam bin Muhammad Noor. So I am the senior lecturer, one of the senior lecturers in Faculty of Leadership and Management, University Science Islam Malaysia. Okay, we move to the introduction. As a student at any university, one must be wise to gather relevant input inside and also outside the lecture room. So this is to realize the impact both in terms of building the capacity and also the intellectualism of the students, or in terms of their appreciation when they have graduated and started their respective careers later. So many programs have been developed. Many programs has been organized by the university as well as parties outside the university that help students to form community leadership values in themselves. And one of them is through the implementation of the Da'wah Tatbiqi program at the Da'wah and Islamic Management program, Faculty of Leadership and Management in University Science Islam Malaysia. So this article discusses the effort to build the leadership values of university students in the context of the community through a special program that we call as Da'wah Tatbiqi, which started as a community service project until it was formalized as one of the courses to be taken in the study program. So we are going to explore the basics and concepts of Da'wah, okay, and then the essence of Da'wah, and then this paper will also discuss on Da'wah Tatbiqi and the formalization of its implementation in our program, in our faculty, and we will also share the leadership aspect which described by looking at the leadership model and also practice expected by the community towards university students. Okay, next we move to the literature review and we start with the conception of da'wah. I just want to cite one of the meaning of da'wah, which is in Arabic, da'wah means invitation. And it is a movement that calls, invites and calls people to believe and also obey Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala following the rules of Aqidah, Sharia and morals of Islam. Alright, and da'wah can be understood as an effort to invite others to approach Allah Ta'ala, calling them to the truth, and then being able to follow what is outlined in the teachings of Islam. So it is an obligation that rests on the shoulders of every Muslim who has the ability, regardless of method, regardless of uslub or al-mad'u, the target group, the location, time and others. Alright, now we move to the Da'wah Tatbiqi and also the formalization of its implementation in Da'wah and Islamic Management program in our faculty in USIM. Da'wah Tatbiqi, which means the practical, the actual implementation of da'wah, right, is a form of da'wah effort that combines all categories or da'wah methodologies mentioned by scholars. It is an experimental or practical medium for preachers, or in the context of this particular article's discussion, it is among the university students. So the students involved in Da'wah Tatbiqi program will try as best as possible to implement all their knowledge, all their skills, and also values acquired in related subjects learned in the lecture room, and then they try to transform it into practical forms in the real field. So this dakwah tatbiqi subject has been mandatory for all our 5th semester students of the Dakwah and Islamic Management Program since 10 years ago, since 2013, to practice what has been learned in their lectures, and then they try to apply the theory they have learned to the outside community through the implemented program of Dakwah Tatbiqi. So in addition, I can say that the program through this particular subject has been conducted for a long time by students themselves who took this subject in the 5th semester together with the lecturers and also the teaching staff. So it has been a compulsory community activity or program for this particular subject, and makes it a dakwah path that can help the community and also the students in a way that is appropriate according to maybe different ages. So the goal of this Dakwah Tatbiqi program is to form students of the Dakwah and Islamic Management Program who are leaders and also skilled in preaching and realize the vision and also the goals of the university's goals of what we call as to develop knowledgeable students, have faith and do charity, and then contribute a lot to the society. Okay, so there are several villages that have been visited and also included in this particular dakwah tatbiqi program. And as I can recall, okay, as what been mentioned in the paper itself, okay, we have 8 local communities, especially those who are the indigenous communities that we approach for this particular dakwah tatbiqi program from year to year. Alright, now we move to students leadership. So talking about students leadership, as far as I'm concerned, alright, the concept of leadership is interpreted by many scholars with various meaning. But I think one of the meaning, okay, according to Heath, Miller and Colella, leadership is the process of providing direction and influencing individuals or groups to achieve a goal. Okay, somewhat the definitions given by Heath et al., alright, is actually similar with several other definitions of leadership. And as I can say that when we talk about students leadership, okay, we hope that the students can show their capability to lead others through this particular dakwah tatbiqi program. Alright, so based on this particular literature reviews, we try to come with several questions, and this study focuses on 2 particular questions or 2 particular goals. Right, number 1, analyzing students' perceptions about the main content in the dakwah tatbiqi program. Alright, and number 2, studying the views of students regarding leadership skills and qualities in the community through the dakwah tatbiqi program. Alright, let us go to research methodology. Alright, so this study applies qualitative research methodology through non-probability sampling using semi-structured interviews among 39 students and graduates of the Dakwah and Islamic Management Program, right? And they are those who took the subject of Dakwah Tatbiqi in the 5th semester of their studies. And then the demographic background of the student respondents, okay, the student as the respondents is as what been described in table 1 in the paper. And then interviews were conducted and recorded involving either in-person interview or in the form of a focus group discussion. So interview findings then were recorded and processed by transcribing through thematic analysis using a software we call as NVivo, and produce several teams and sub-teams of research findings based on the objectives that had been set. Okay, we move to the findings, okay, the discussion of findings. Okay, we divided the findings into 2 major teams which try to answer the 2 objectives or the 2 questions of the paper, right? The research. And then we can say that the discussion about students' perception about main activities in the Dakwah Tatbiqi program, and also the students' views regarding leadership skills and traits in the community through the Dakwah Tatbiqi program can be reflected through this particular framework of Dakwah Tatbiqi main activities. As I can share with you here, okay, in this particular site, okay, when the students conducted their Dakwah Tatbiqi program with all the sub teams that they discuss in their interviews with us, all right, in their focus group discussion with us. So we alhamdulillah, we had initiated this particular framework to show the evidences, the findings that comes from the respondents that try to explain and explore the two main findings, or the main questions that we have in our study. So when we talk about main activities in Dakwah Tatbiqi program, the respondents had divided their discussion into three major themes. It's related to religious and spiritual program, which been discussed through several subtopic of prayer education program, reading and tasmi' al-Quran program, and then personal hygiene and taharah program that they done or they executed with the community in their Dakwah Tatbiqi program. And then the next sub-theme that emerged in this particular topic of main activities in Dakwah Tatbiqi is social and cultural program. So the students organize traditional clothing or Muslim clothing program amongst the Aborigines in their Dakwah Tatbiqi program, and then they organize some communal work programs in our languages. Maybe we call it as gotong royong, all right. And then they also shared that the cooking and rewang activities are so good in terms of giving them the chance, okay, to deliver dakwah while doing the cooking and rewang activities with the communities. And then the next subtopic emerged was education program. Okay, basically they shared with the researchers that they so enjoy having the basic reading, counting and spelling program with the community. And they also organized some English and also Arabic language programs, which cater the basic needs of language amongst the communities. And also they try to deliver some dakwah messages to the communities through this particular education program. Alright, so talking about the findings that related to leadership skills and traits in the community through the Dakwah Tatbiqi program. So basically the respondents, most of them had came with the idea that they got something or they could improve what we call as soft skills, kemahiran insaniyah. So these soft skills things that they can't really get it in the lecture, okay, or in their formal class, but they got it and they obtained it through the Dakwah Tatbiqi program, which helped them to improve their leadership skills through these particular soft skills. And then they also the respondents also shared with us that through this particular topic of leadership skills, all right, they found that the basic of religion and dakwah skills also emerged, okay, because when they try to deliver dakwah, it means that they need to have the basic understanding about Islam first. They need to know more about what is hukum, what is maybe the decision that been put by Sharia and so on. Then they need to deliver the right kind of information, okay, to the particular communities. So it means that the basic of religion and dakwah skills must be obtained by them, and they must show it correctly, which is suit, okay, with the needs of the community. Alright, so now we come to the conclusion and recommendations. So according to the findings, right? So we found that this Dakwah Tatbiqi program is loaded with input and community leadership values for its participants, especially the university students, our students. So it is proven through the findings of this qualitative study, which describes several discussion themes that show the main content of Dakwah Tatbiqi program, right? So it consists of religious and spiritual programs, social and cultural programs, and also educational programs. So this program is also good. Is also a good platform for our students. In addition to providing service and devotion to the targeted group, which is the Aborigine community. It highlights among the students the aspects of soft skills and also the basic religion and dakwah skills. In addition to the aspect of skills, skills to be managers and leaders, teamwork skills maybe, alright, and then basic skills of fardu ain, and also the basic skills or knowledge of Islam. So it is suggested that researchers in the field of da'wah in the future can make a follow-up evaluation of the implementation of such programs of da'wah tatbiqi, so that it can continue to be relevant as a what we call as two-pronged effort, which is the formation of student leadership values and also the development of the target community or al-mad'u in Islamic values and economic, social and life development in general. So that's all from me, alright? So thank you very much, and I hope that our study inshallah will be something beneficial to all. Thank you very much. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.